Hey guys, it's Loreth here, and today I'm having a little chat about the new Mythic Plus Challenge Mode Dungeon Things As Yet Untitled by Blizzard. You're going to be greeted by the Goblet of Fire, and you're going to have a keystone with you. I've got some keystones here with me as an example. So we have keystone for the Halls of Valor, which is where we are, and it's a level 1 keystone. So you go over here, you pop your keystone in, boom, and I now have to complete this dungeon within 45 minutes. To upgrade the keystone, you're going to get loot no matter what anyway, but if you want to upgrade your keystone to a new level, you're going to have to complete it inside the 45 minutes. If you blitz it and do it really quick, then your keystone will upgrade multiple levels, okay? Because it'd be like, well, this was just too easy, have something more difficult. We see everything in here is going to have 8% more damage and 8% more health. It's not much, is it? So let's pop that back over here. At level 2, they get a little bit more bump of health and damage. And then when you hit level 3, things start to get a little bit more snazzy. We can see, just looking at it here, it's got the Raging written in green. So we'll pop that in there. Now at level 3, everything has 26% more damage and 26% more health. And now they have Raging. Non-boss enemies will enrage at 30% health remaining, dealing 100% increased damage until defeated. Ooh, nasty. And then you're going to go to level 4 and you're going to go to level 5 and they're still going to be raging and they're going to get more health and more damage. Yes, that could really start to hurt. But it's non-boss. Keep in mind, it's non-boss. That, you know, you don't have a boss with like 50% more health and then at 30% they enrage and you all die. So we'll pop that back over here, and then at level 6 we start getting 2 bonuses, 2 buffs if you like, or however you want to call it, affixes if you're going Diablo. Yeah, they have 59% extra damage, 59% extra health. We're still raging, so they're still a bit of a bit annoying at low health. Choosing my words carefully. And they now also have necrotic. All enemies' melee attacks apply a stacking blight that inflicts damage over time and reduces the healing received. Note that it's melee attacks only, not ranged, but your tank is probably going to have a really bad day now. Really bad day. But there you go. And then if you manage, as I said, if you manage to complete the objectives of the Mythic Dungeon within 45 minutes, you upgrade your keystone and get a higher level, so all of this. And then, of course, there are rewards to be had at the end as well. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? I have to say I'm quite excited about this. Changing up the dungeon. The current challenge modes, how they are, is just basically use your invisible pot, run through as much trash as you can, ignoring it, kill the bosses, win. It's really boring. You have to keep in mind the other thing that's not really noted here is those progress bars we all love in those challenges out in the world, fill the bar. You've got that here as well. You're going to have to kill a certain amount of trash inside that 45 minutes. Yeah, so keep that in mind as well. You can't just be skipping trash, which is what I think makes it far more enjoyable. It was just cheesy before. But this is kind of fun. I like the sound of this a lot. Okay, so what other abilities can these things have? We're going to get into that in just a second. There's grouped into 2 categories, level 3 abilities and level 6 abilities. And if we were to start talking about them now, which is probably what I should be doing, at level 3, the other ones, as well as Raging is a level 3 one we just saw, we have Teaming, which gives us additional non-boss enemies are present throughout the whole dungeon, and the kill count requirement is increased. So that bar I just said is going to get bigger, okay, and there's going to be a ton more trash in there, okay. Do I like the sound of that one? Not as much, but maybe. No, not as interesting as some of the others. Okay, we've got Tyrannical. The bosses only have significantly more health and damage. So, asshole bosses. I swore. And then we finally have, for our last level 3, is Bolstering. Non-boss enemies will buff nearby allies' health and damage when defeated. So when you kill one bit of trash, the rest of his group is going to get stronger. You kill him, then the rest of them is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger until only one survives. Until there is only one. But I don't think it says anything about healing them. So I don't know if AoEing them all down together is the trick here. Yeah, bring them all down and then finish them all off in a few seconds, maybe. At level 6, you're going to get some new affixes or keywords thrown in there. We have Necrotic, which we've seen. Enemy melee attacks apply the stacking debuff. We have Volcanic. Enemies will cause eruptions of flame beneath the feet of distant players. Doesn't specify trash or boss or both. Bosses could be a bit of a pain in the ass if there are certain requirements to run away from bosses. Yeah, certain bosses are about to do that big AoE or something and you all have to run away and hide behind a shield or something, and then all of a sudden volcanoes come out from under your feet and you're on Mythic level 6 and the bosses are doing 50% more damage with everything as well. I'm not sure which way you prefer to die, but you can choose. Skittish is the next keyword. Tanks will generate much less threat. I think that's going to be fun. That's just going to be funny. And annoying. Maybe more annoying, but funny still. I like the idea. And then lastly, we've got Decaying as our level 6 one, which is all players will suffer damage over time while the challenge is active. So the moment you activate the challenge, I believe it is a loss of 1% health every 2 seconds for the entire time. All the time, just losing health. So that one's for your healers there. Congratulations. Now, with the level 6 plus keystones, they're pairing them up, of course. You get 2 of these. From what I've seen so far, they don't mix 2 level 3s or 2 level 6s. You get 1 of the 3s and 1 of the level 6s. And they have restricted how many different combos there are. So they must be paying some attention to some of the more ludicrous pairings out there. But at the moment, the choices that they've got that are currently live, or rotating through on the alpha, I should say, you can't do all of them at once, it's only one. We have Teeming and Skittish together. We have Raging and Necrotic together. We have Bolstering and Decay. Tyrannical and Volcanic. Teeming and Necrotic. Raging and Volcanic. Bolstering and Skittish. And Tyrannical and Decay. They're the current ones. Whether or not they open out anymore or change it up, who knows? It is alpha. Just bear with everything. Things could change. Yeah, but it does sound very, very exciting, all of this stuff. I'm well into it. I think I've seen, if you get to like the level 8 keystones, they can start having 85% more health and damage. It really starts to exponentially increase, which is also rather dangerous. Your loot, your current gear isn't adjusted in this. The purpose is as you get better gear, you do the higher challenges. So it's not like the current challenge stones where it's your item level is reset to whatever. This is, you just keep your gear. So that's kind of nice. And the Mythic Dungeons, how often can we do these? They're only limited by the keystone availability. They don't have a weekly loot lockout or anything. So if you do the Mythic Dungeon within the time limit, you get a new keystone. It will be a new randomized dungeon, so you can't just go, Halls of Valhalla, that's the easiest one, we're just going to spam the fuck out of that. I'm swearing again. We're just going to do that one as much as possible. No, you're going to get a random dungeon. You might get Halls of Valor again, you might get one of the others, who knows. So, you know, I think that's good. I think that's nice. If you don't complete it within the time, you will still get loot, but then you will have a depleted keystone. So I believe you can still run it, but you can't ever increase your keystone. You get one shot at doing it within the time limit each week, and then you can carry on. Is currently how they're doing it at the moment. I'm not sure about that. I don't see why they can't just let you have another run at it, really, but with no loot. So once the keystone is depleted, loot is no longer a thing, but you still have the chance of recharging your keystone if you do it inside 45 minutes. So I think there's a lot of depth to be had here. There's a lot of just continuing challenge, okay? You know, you guys have done your raiding for the week, and then you get into your little 5-man group and you go do these things and just see how high you can climb. How good can you be? I think it's good. But that's all I've got now for you on Mythic Dungeon, so I hope you enjoyed my little description of that. Yeah? Okay. Until next time, more videos are coming. Thank you very much for listening to me. So long.